Hello, everyone. My name is Shannon Kennedy, and I am the head coach of Ad One. Today, I have a special guest with me who is one of the finalists from Ad One.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, and during the challenge, I studied Japanese, and I'm still currently studying Japanese. I chose that language because uh, I decided to start studying Japanese a few years ago, and really seriously, 2016. And I decided to take the JLPT N5 test. I took the test and I failed horribly, and so I stopped, but I kept on. I read Benny's book, Fluent in 3 months. I still continuously got Benny's emails, and I kept seeing this email pop up about uh, the 90-day challenge. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to try this and see what happens. And since then, I'm totally invested in my language learning and taking myself to the next level with Japanese. And I have so much, I could say so much. It's just been a really amazing experience because I'm still, since the challenge, I'm still putting in 30 minutes a day. I can't stop. It's just every single day. It's like something I have to do. I want to do that with working out too, but that's a whole other story.
That's amazing to hear. Was there anything in particular that drew you to the challenge?
The testimonials from other regular people, the videos that I saw, a lot of times when people put something online, it doesn't really fit what you're looking for. And based on all the testimonials from, real individuals who said they progressed and they got to another level in their language learning, it made me think, well, you know what? I want to do this. I want to really try and see if this can help me. And it totally did, especially having the opportunity to work with other language learners and having that group community feeling and having the opportunity to say, I practiced or I didn't practice, and having people jump in and tell you, well, keep going. And, it really motivated me to not stop and really and continue.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the start of the challenge?
The interesting thing is when I first began, I looked at some of the videos and links that were sent at the beginning of the challenge. And then I saw a video on YouTube that said, no matter what language you're trying to learn, make sure you spend at least 30 minutes a day. And he said, there's nothing to lose by doing that. In 5 months, 6 months, a year, you will see a difference. And if you don't spend 30 minutes a day, you won't gain anything. So by hearing that, I really decided, you know what? I'm going to try this and I'm going to do this. And I started with the resources I was using at the beginning of the challenge was I was using Human Japanese and I was using Pimsleur. And yeah, that was basically it. And studying and doing my uh, homework assignments for the challenge, which was which was good, which really kept me absorbed in the language. The one good thing I did with this challenge was um, in the past I was using like 5 apps. I was using Memrise, I was using Duolingo, I was using Human Japanese, I was using Pimsleur. I was just trying to absorb everything. And yeah, I realized this time for the challenge, I'm like, okay, I know how to do this now. I know just if it's going to be one app or two at most, just and that made a hell of a difference to not try and use all like 6 different apps at the same time. Use one, get it done, and move on.
Do you remember exactly what your daily study goal was?
My daily study goal, actually, because I didn't want to set too high, 30 minutes a day. And when I started, I couldn't stop. I just made it 7 days a week. I just could not stop. And I still can't stop. Um, there's for those that don't know, there's a chart that has been that comes you have to say yay or nay, and it's a little chart that gets sent for the 90-day challenge. I'm still using that chart, by the way. I use it every single day, and I'm up to 250 days of studying. And, every day, no matter if I'm feeling sick or if I'm feeling down, I make sure I'm like, I gotta do this. I just gotta do it. And I also have regular italki conversations every single week as well. Things are moving along. Things are moving along. And sometimes I feel bad as well, just like anybody trying to learn a new language, because you study, you put in the hours, and then you watch a show in your target language, and you don't know what's going on. You don't, I just like, oh my goodness, I don't know what they're saying. What am I doing with my life? What's really happening here? Maybe I should stop, because I've put so many hours into this, but I'm going to continue. And the good thing is I'll watch a show and I will be able to pick out many bits and pieces to understand, oh, okay, he's talking about his family and he said that he doesn't like this and he's going somewhere. Um, Last year at this same time, on this same day last year, if I watched that show, I probably wouldn't have got any of that. So,
So let's talk about how you fit your study into your daily routine. Was there a particular time of day that you studied? How did you fit it around all of the other responsibilities that you have?
well, the number one thing that I did and I'm still doing, it takes me 45 minutes to get to work. So as soon as I jump into my car every single day, I just put on the Pimsleur podcast and yep, I listen to that religiously 30 minutes. Every time I jump in my car, actually, that's the first thing I do is make sure I listen to I get my 30 minutes in. And then it's like, okay, I got something done today. If I get nothing else done, I make sure I get my 30 minutes in.
And for your videos as a part of the Add One Challenge, you have to create 4 different videos on day 0, 30, 60, and 90. So how did you approach creating your videos?
I was very nervous and I'm going to use that word, embarrassed, because I was like, oh, I don't want anybody to see this. I don't want my friends to see this. They're gonna laugh at me. But and the really cool thing about creating my first video, day 0, was I was in Japan, uh, in a hotel room. So I was like, oh man, I'm in Japan. I'm creating my first video. This is pretty cool. So I created the first video. How I went about creating the video, I just really said, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then the 30-day video, I made sure and reviewed a lot of words to make sure I I made sense, and the same with the 60-day video. And it was so nice to see my progress from between the 30-day and 60-day. I was just really shocked. I was like, wow, yeah, I learned, so much. And then the 90-day challenge, making a video, speaking with someone, that was absolutely amazing because I have a regular friend that I always speak with, um, and she's helping me through the Genki One book. I'm actually on chapter 7 as of last night, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I've learned a lot, and my goal is to finish the Genki One book by the summer. But going back to the 90-day video was a really amazing experience because I spoke with that one individual who I always spoke with, and I said, okay, I'm going to do this video. I'm part of this challenge. And she was kind of took it easy on me. She was like, okay, I understand you're doing this challenge, and I'm going to speak and take it very, easy on you. And we got through it, and we probably ended about 19 minutes. However, I decided, you know what? Let me see if Shannon and this 90-day challenge thing is correct. Let me actually make a video, 2 more videos with 2 people. I had a half an hour conversation with someone I never spoke with before. And then I had a friend in Toronto who I met once at an event, and she's Japanese. And I really was surprised. I was like, wow, okay, this is really happening. I know more than I think. So that was the success, was that um, I had the 90-day, I created the 90-day video and I was talking in my target language, but I also made two extra videos and spoke with two different people and it proved that, wow, I'm speaking in Japanese and it's getting better.
For your day 0, 30, or 60 videos, did you do anything to prepare for those in particular, like write a script, or did you just kind of go off the cuff and improvise?
Day zero video, I improvised. Day zero video is to show, just to say whatever you know in the language, and I just said everything that I knew, which wasn't much. The day 30 and 60, I did create a script on certain things I wanted to say, reviewed it, and then hit record and forgot a lot of it, but did get a lot of it out because I wasn't reading from the script. I was just trying to try to press record and try to remember as much as possible.
What would you say the biggest thing you learned from participating in Ad One was?
The biggest thing I learned from participating in Ad One was that I'm not alone. That's, everybody, uh, a lot of people, many millions across the globe are in the same position that I am. Because a lot of times when you learning a language, even the article I was just reading before you came on, we feel that we're alone. We feel that we're the only person going through this type of problem. We feel, embarrassed. We feel shy. We feel silly to say the new words that we were learning. So it was nice to see that I'm not alone in this learning stage, and so that really motivated me to keep going, and I think it's become part of my everyday life now, and I want to do another challenge.
What would your advice be to someone who is just starting the challenge now?
My advice would be to do it. Don't think you can't do it. Don't think you're you don't have the ability to do it. I would say, please go ahead and do it. I had friends wanting to learn a language, and I tell everybody about the Adwin challenge. I'm like, this is something you've got to do if you really want to learn a language. This is something you should try, and it's going to help you immensely. Um, and that's what I got from people who created other videos like this. And I would watch those videos and I was like, oh, this person seems sincere. I think this person seems, like this is a real person. So I would say, yeah, do it. That's what I would tell anybody trying to, if they were interested in doing the 90-day challenge. And I've told all my friends, listen, this is something you should try. This is something, you've got a community, you've got people to help you. I messaged one person in the Add One challenge as I going through, and there's other people learning the same language that you're learning, and I messaged an individual and I asked her, I said, so what resources are you using? What are you doing? How long has it taken you? And just getting that feedback alone, she was saying, I started and I stopped and I decided to continue, and now I think she was at an N2 level, and she gave me like a ton of resources, and she told me, just keep going, don't stop, try to get to, that certain high level, and then put on other languages, and just hearing that from another individual who's at a high level, that they were once in my shoes, made me feel like, wow, okay, I can do this. You're gonna start at zero, and after 90 days, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm not the same person. So that's like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm still continuing to do it. So
So you'd mentioned that being a part of the community helped you a lot in staying motivated and getting through those 90 days. Could you talk a little bit more about that, like any particular parts of that that you found helped you a lot?
you see every day that people posting their yays or nays that they practice or they didn't practice. I think that's what really woke me up and said, okay, I've got to do this. It's something that you're accountable for and you want to get done. So it's a beautiful thing to sort of see somebody that's learning Spanish or learning Croatian or learning German or Russian, and they're talking about their experience every day. And oh, well, I watched this show and I watched this podcast and I read this article and now I'm going to do this and it was just like, wow. Oh, really? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to, continue with this whole process and improve myself.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Do it. Don't be afraid. Here's the other thing. When I first saw some videos and I seen some people speaking, I was like, oh my goodness, they're amazing. How could they do that? Oh my, wow, that's wow. But you can be that same person. That's my 2 cents on it. I'm going to keep on doing it. And thank you once again for